I've seen that image of her laying in the weeds and me standing on top of the fence every day of my life. And I'll probably always see that. September 22nd, 1955, I'd been hunting with my grandfather.
Dave Hickman, just 14 at the time, heard an unfamiliar sound.
So you were concerned, not just curious?
Oh, yeah. No, I knew something was wrong. I had no idea it would be a baby, or I had no idea it would be a human being.
An infant wrapped in a towel left in the cold. She was whisked away to the hospital. For months, Dave didn't hear a word. Then one day, 2 nurses paid Dave a visit at school. They were holding a baby they'd named Roseanne Wayne.
They handed her to me, and they said, Dave, we brought her to you to say goodbye to. She's being adopted next week.
Dave grew up, moved to Florida, and started a family. Meanwhile, baby Roseanne, now Mary Ellen Suey, was making a life of her own.
This was like my last picture of my folks before my dad passed away.
Her dad and mom took her back to their home in Maryland. She always stayed curious about why she was left and who rescued her.
Did you ever think that you might never know who it was?
I had finally resigned to the fact that I'm not, as long as I'm here on Earth, I am never going to find out.
Last December, Dave contacted retired Wayne County Sheriff John Cady as a last resort.
Probably called, I don't know, 50, 75 people here in Richmond, and they had to be 80 years old or older, or they weren't going to remember the incident.
A year goes by, nothing. Finally, connections brought Sheriff Cady to the doorstep of a relative of Ellen.
It was just a fun, lucky break.
He called Dave and gave him the news he'd been waiting for.
He said, Dave, write down this name and this phone number. Mary Ellen Suey and her phone number. I said, okay, John. I said, who's that? That's your little girl.
Minutes later, Dave and Ellen spoke for the first time.
And then I heard her voice. And I said, my name's Dave Hickman, and then I lost it.
I call him my hero here on Earth because if it hadn't been for Dave, I wouldn't be here.
That was in December. On Sunday, the pair was set to see eye to eye for the first time.
What's the very first thing you're going to do when you see her?
Give her a big hug.
Yeah, Dave's probably out there chomping at the bit.
Around 1:30 Sunday, in a downtown Richmond banquet hall filled with friends and family. That's exactly what Dave and Ellen did.
This is the part where you say you look different.
Oh my God. Okay.
Monday, he took her back to the very first place he saw her 58 years ago.
We're going to walk along the fence line just like I did 58 years ago. Let's go.
A difficult place to go back to, but a moment they shared that provides closure.
She's my family now. Her family is my family.
Do you think you'll be connected for the rest of your life?
Oh, I think so. Absolutely.
Did you put the pink ribbon there?
Yes.
A reunion full of tied-up ends to make new beginnings. In Richmond, Kylie Conway, 24 Hour News 8.